With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What? 280! 57 a month. All day, every day.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
He's coming.
They'll run it here with Hunt. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. Now Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
380! Look left. Crunch.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. Throwing on second down. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Hunt. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Undercrunch. Check 3.
Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Check 52.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Get him. Heavy. Alert 3.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw.
Check.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Over. Roy.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on it?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get out the field, defense. Kill. Say. Let's go. 4 down.
They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Mike's 50. Hey.
Here you go, 368.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Finding Green complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here you go, 368.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Check. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Protein spill.
I'm
2-2. Move.
Watch twist. 54.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Big stop, let's go. 36.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action. He's got Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Play action now. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Dalton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Banjo.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one taken just inside the 10. And an alley to run. Tyler Lockett past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He goes 91 yards on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
First and 10 for Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton to A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is. These guys have grown together, coming into the Bengals, getting together early, and continuing to get better. Doesn't matter what defense is put out there. They feel like they have an answer for it.
On first down, Foreman. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Again, it's Foreman. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here I come again.
Play 56. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Tackle.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Go, go, go.
Again, it's Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hands up. Lady.
Check 56. All you get is all you get is
Here you go. Can.
check 25. Check 24. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Foreman trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They run again with Foreman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's it. Big hit.
And it's 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, switch gears.
They go play action now. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Myers' kick is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got Lockett. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mike, 3-15. 55, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Push left.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What? 190. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Push left.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll be celebrating.